Today, we're going to explore the Big Apple, New York City. Arriving at 3 o'clock in the morning for a flight from Orlando to New York is one thing. Having TSA perform a mammogram security search is another. It's not how I wanted to start off my trip, but it's a reminder to get my TSA pre-check so security will be more pleasant. In New York City, and I'm getting ready to go see the Rockettes Christmas Spectacular. Woohoo! One of the tours I went on was the backstage tour at NBC. And you're not going to believe this, but I was picked out of the tour to take part in a special role. Take a look.
From New York City, the city that never sleeps. No, really. It's your on-air studio with your host Janelle and tonight's guest Joel Fishbein, featuring 30 rock and roll band. I'm Jill Stump. And here's your host, Janelle Woodyard.
Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me on my first night as host on air at NBC Studios. Exciting, right? We are coming to you live from 30 Rockefeller Plaza, where some of my late night idols got their start. We've got a terrific show for you tonight, but first, say hello to the 30 Rock and Roll Band. Can you believe this, Jill? From tourist to host on air at NBC Studios in under 30 minutes. Wow.
Maybe I should make a run for president.
I'd probably settle for a reality show if I were you. On Air has so much talent behind the scenes. Let's give it up for the crew. I'm so excited to bring out our first guest. They are starring in a new blockbuster action film being shot right here in New York. One of the best in the business. Please welcome Joel Fishbein.
Visiting the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum was an amazing experience. The former aircraft carrier, the USS Intrepid, fought in World War II, the Cold War, and Vietnam War. Today, it's berthed on the Hudson River as a centerpiece for the Intrepid Sea and Air Space Museum. Not only can you visit the Intrepid, but the Space Shuttle Pavilion, the Submarine Growler, and the Concorde.
Hi, welcome to the Intrepid.
You have to see where they were going. As long as they had a heading to see it, you would see it to that heading. This is magnetic north. And if you took that view, you'd have to stand up for 4 hours, minimum 4 hours, without any relief.
Have you ever been to Times Square? If you have, then you've been one of approximately 330,000 people who pass through Times Square daily. That's a lot of people. Now, if you've never been to Times Square, you need to. There's nothing quite like standing on the corner watching the flashy digital neon billboards, especially if it's the video of the yellow M&M guy dancing and shaking his booty. That was one of my favorites. New York City has some amazing shops. The M&M store, the Lego store, and of course, Macy's. Oh, and did someone say Broadway shows? So many to choose from and so little time. I saw Broadway's longest running show, Phantom of the Opera. It was absolutely amazing. I was like a little kid sitting on the edge of my seat the whole time. I even bought a Phantom of the Opera souvenir shirt. So if I could give you 3 tips for visiting New York, one of them would be the location. I would try and stay in the Midtown Broadway area. I stayed in here this last time. It was really nice, very centrally located, easy to walk to different places. A second tip would be make a list of things that you want to do, that you want to see, maybe even that you want to eat. My things on my list were to go to the Macy's department store, have a bagel, and eat cheesecake. And I got all of those off my list. The third recommendation I would have for you is to make your reservations for shows ahead of time because they do fill up. Well, it doesn't matter how many times you visit New York. I think that just every time offers something different. There's the food, the culture, the atmosphere, the people, the performers. Just every time offers something different. So if you haven't been to New York in a while, I think it's time you get back and have an amazing experience.